IXP's focus is on delivering crime analysis products which are infinitely tailorable to your agency's needs. We work with you to determine what you need, when you need it, and how to get it to you within your budget. Do you need quick and easy to interpret interactive charts and tables showcasing your monthly crime statistics? Comparison tables for major crimes? How about an interactive map of recent vehicle burglaries that's accessible on your smartphone in the field? Or maybe you want likelihood tables for identifying high crime timeframes so you can adjust your patrol schedules accordingly. These are just a few examples of crime analysis products that IXP has delivered to client agencies. Data-driven decision-making has been shown to improve effectiveness and efficiency at every stage of the criminal justice process, and our analysts will work with you to identify your agency needs, to shape a solution, and to put that solution into practice. The analytics we conduct involve a lot of raw data, a lot of math, and a substantial toolkit. The intelligence products are the end result, where all of the data and math and context come together as a document, diagram, or dashboard that lets the recipient skip the calculations and use the results to inform their decisions. As such, our analysts collaborate closely with you to identify what information you need in a given product and how you want to present it. Dashboards communicate pertinent information to decision makers, both guiding high-level decisions across agencies and supporting program and line staff in their daily responsibilities. IXP has primarily worked directly with law enforcement agencies in terms of dashboard development, but here we have examples of internal and external projects. A quick overview of instant numbers, overtime, active warrants, and pending reports for a jurisdiction. Jail data following clients through a reentry program, using data out of the Allegheny County Department of Human Services. A dashboard examining future criminal justice contact for a cohort of convicted criminals in San Francisco. The Chicago Police Department publishes a series of 4 dashboards covering use of force incidents, the status and outcome of complaints against members of the department, and consent decree compliance. Data transparency is a vital issue in the modern climate, and these public-facing dashboards help build community trust and increase public perception of police legitimacy. Other jurisdictions publish public-facing dashboards to report aggregate crime or traffic data, like this one out of Seattle, which minimizes the time and effort expended by public officials in answering generic public inquiries or producing crime and traffic statistics for the public and the media. There's a lot more that can be done in terms of dashboard-based reporting, and we'd be more than happy to talk through the possibilities with you. Before we move on, though, I'd like to make one more important point regarding the dashboards. IXP builds the dashboards and makes the database connections to let them work, but your data never leaves your control, and we never retain a copy. So next up, we have bulletins, which we're using broadly to cover any type of information dissemination. Bulletins can be published internally or otherwise to ensure the target audience is aware of an identified or developing concern. Among other things, this can include officer information bulletins, whether they're attempt to locate, attempt to identify, or designed to notify law enforcement of burgeoning criminal activity within the jurisdiction. Officer safety bulletins, notifying officers of research findings or of known criminal threats. Or crime series bulletins, which are generally used to make the public aware of an active crime series and to suggest helpful countermeasures. Maps are probably the most eye-catching tool in the crime analyst toolkit and can be used in a variety of different ways, from patrol redistricting to flagging extra-jurisdictional offenders, but most often to visually support the results of a geospatial analysis. Here, for instance, we have a geographic distribution of violent versus property crime in a given jurisdiction. This map bolsters the outcome of statistical analysis, that the area in the red circle is a prime candidate for target hardening, being an area with high property crime and low violent crime. This indicates a target-rich environment whose primary offenders are coming from out of the area, in a neighborhood where public awareness, increased patrols, cameras, and lighting improvements would most likely have a measurable effect. Now, most of the charts and tables we're asked for are part and parcel of the dashboards we build, but if your agency isn't leaning that direction, we can produce clear, easily interpretable charts and tables at need. This table gives comparative data for Part 1 crimes, calls for service, accidents, and traffic incidents. It's an easy way to see that, compared to the previous year, robbery is way down and aggravated assault is way up, and provides a starting point for further investigation. Now, these are just basic visuals, including calls for service for a given month by disposition, and the 5-year trend chart for violent crimes within a given jurisdiction. Again, simple visuals to overcome the need to slog through data. Now, when we assist in investigations, we're often called upon to produce visual representations beyond the maps and charts we've already covered. Link charts, for example, are a great way to bring new investigators up to date, or to walk a judge and jury through the connections that led to investigators' conclusions. Going a bit further, social network analysis uses statistics to analyze those same connections. In this diagram, each red node is a gang member or affiliate, And this is the same network where the size of the node indicates how active each person is. In a similar vein is the commodity flow diagram, which here is used to map out drug distribution. Now this is a really fluid category. Basically any kind of analysis, research, or graphic which conveys information to the target audience, be that investigators, the public, or the court, falls under investigation support. Now, for more information, feel free to reach out to us via phone or email, and be sure to check out some of the other videos on our website.